Foot moderate action rod here today, casting about a 15-foot leader. Got size 20 flies on there. Just looking for that real soft presentation. There's a lot of fish stacked up here in this pool. They're feeding back in the tail end of it when I first got here. And now I'm just casting up into the feeding lane with my flies, just watching for a dimple in the area of where my fly may be. I can actually see my fly out there right now. It just kind of slowly works its way through the pool. Got about 6 feet of 6X tippet. Ooh, there's a bite. So that gives it a really soft presentation, way away from my leader connection. These fish are just porpoising out of the water, taking midge right now. Now, a moderate action rod really comes into play when casting these really long leaders because it's got a nice slow action and you can roll your cast out there. Just all the better. I can actually see my fly out there again. It's got a high visibility parachute post on it, so that really helps to pick the fly out away from the little bubbles that are on the surface of the water. Got no idea where my fly just landed, but that was a fish. Saw the fly line jerk. I didn't see a rise, so it must have just been a subsurface one. There's another hit as soon as that fly got on the water. Man, must just be really little guys dimpling them. Again, I have no idea where my fly is. It's over in the feeding lane somewhere. That dimple and jerk would indicate that that's where my fly is. There's another one. So they're hitting it, that's a good sign. These number 20 hooks make it real tricky for hooking fish. So really not going to catch them unless they hook themselves. Now if you're keen to see, while I'm casting, I'm actively working my line. Doing this, I'm tugging on my line to load the rod up a little bit to help me shoot out more line, and that's an advantage of a moderate action rod. It really, it's really forgiving with its cast. Ooh, man, I don't know if that tape back there is. Picking that up or not, but that one just porpoised right out of the water as a silver fish. There are brook trout in here, so it's possible. And again, I can't see my fly, just relying on my sight for a surface and for a tug on my line. I got two eyes, so I got one eye where the fly probably is and one eye on my fly line. So you don't have the combination of those two things, you're not going to hook the fish. No idea where my fly is landing. It's in the kill zone or not. Assuming that if it is, I'm going to get a rise. And if it's not, it's just going to drift on back into the frog water of this pool. I just like to haul my line, just give it a snap to shoot it out there just before as I take my cast forward. There's a rise on my fly. They're just really soft mouthing it today. But it's good that the fish aren't spooked yet. And that was probably a little further than I needed to put it out there. So what I'm doing with this cast is really I'm casting my fly line to about 15 feet in front of the current hold where all the fish are holding on, right on the seam there.